Epigenetics plays a key role in memory formation through changes such as histone modifications, DNA methylation, and the regulation of transcription. A major histone modification in this lab is histone acetylation, which is the addition of an acetyl group. DNA methylation is where a methyl group is added to DNA. These epigenetic changes help regulate transcription. Transcription is the process that determines which genes are ultimately expressed.
Open to any of your questions.
I just want to ask a couple of basic questions here today. First off, just like, what's your role that you play in this lab?
Okay. So I am a graduate student in the lab. I'm an MD PhD student, so that means I'm getting both my medical degree as well as my PhD degree. So before I joined the lab, I did my first 2 years in medical school. That was just primarily taking classes. And then after that, I started doing my research component. So I've been in the lab for about 1 year now. I'm starting my second year. And as a graduate student, you get really assigned a project in the lab that kind of fits the focus of the lab. And essentially what I do day to day is just doing research and reading a lot, reading whatever pertains to my research, and essentially collaborating with other graduate students as well as other postdoctoral fellows in the lab, and of course my PI, Dr. Sweatt.
So you're saying all this stuff, and I'm getting that you spend a lot of time in this lab.
Yeah.
How long would you say on average that you
So
spend in
I
the lab?
spend at the minimum 8 hours a day because as a graduate student I get paid a yearly stipend. So this is essentially my job, and this is a job I love a lot. So as a result, I often spend more time than what is kind of minimally required. So we'll work weekends occasionally, we'll work some evenings, but I try to spend a lot of time in the lab because that's where the science gets done and that's where we make progress.
Well, thank you for being here today. I just got a few questions I want to ask you about the lab that you're working in right now. So first off, what's the main focus of the lab that you're in?
Well, a lot of people are working on a lot of different things in the lab, but I think the main overall focus is epigenetic mechanisms and learning and memory, which is something I think more than half the lab works on. We got a lot of postdocs working on it and a lot of undergraduate students.
So what got you actually interested in going to this lab?
I met Mika, which is my mentor, during Quick Connections for SciTech, and I guess he kind of made a little speech about it, and it kind of really interests me. Neuroscience is probably a very, very growing field right now. I know here it's really popular with Dr. Sweatt working here now, and I know the new neuroscience program for undergraduate students is starting up, so it's really